Hey everybody, it's me, Josh. You remember me from previous YouTube videos and being in New Haven, etc. It is day 6 here in New York. Yeah, still alive. That's good. Facebook keeps trying to get me to mark myself safe from Hurricane Ida. But I just feel like keeping posting is pretty obvious. I didn't like create a bot or anything to convince you I'm alive. I am alive, unfortunately. So I continue to draw breath despite my best intentions. Yeah, it's been fun. Last week, I rode my bicycle into Manhattan, which is pretty fun. So a long ride. Riding your bike in Midtown is terrifying. I don't recommend it at all. I've been riding my bike in New Haven for about 10 years on the streets. I've never been hit by a car. A couple close calls, almost got doored a few times. One time a lady almost doored me and then she just laughed and I was like, all right, that's, if I flipped over your door, it wouldn't have been that funny, but whatever. So anyway, yeah, Midtown is crazy. It's really fascinating because, New York built all these bike lanes, but there's just no culture for it, New York is a culture where basically like everybody just does whatever they want, right? Especially drivers and pedestrians. Like they're just like fucking get out of the way, which is not conducive to safe bike lanes at all. So if you're riding around in Manhattan, it's just fucking people standing in bike lanes, car like everybody's double parked in the bike lanes. It's just fucking crazy. There's no I have never been more terrified to be in my bike, and also nobody wears helmets. I'm just like, this isn't good, guys. Like, you're gonna all die, and fucking wear a helmet at least. Jesus, like, protect your brain at the very least. Yeah, so I don't recommend that. I've been going to a lot of open mics. It's actually been going pretty good so far. Aside from that first terrible mic, it's been going pretty good. I've been enjoying the comedy. They've been going all right. I have been cheating by doing some of my better jokes, obviously, because they don't know them. So why not go for it, right? Um, yeah, I would say the city is kind of growing on me a bit. It's really fascinating because it's like Bushwick. I wouldn't stay here. It's not great. I'm not a hipster. I don't need to live here. It's nice that you can take the L down, down into the village in like 15 minutes. But yeah, it's just like for a place called Bushwick, they hate trees here. I don't know what it is. They just want the concrete and the sun. It's not pleasant at all. But other than that, it's pretty cool. Um, Going to restaurants. I went on a date last night. I don't think it went that great. She was incredibly good looking. That's cool. I don't know. Like, what am I gonna do with an incredibly good looking person? It's just like, all right, this isn't gonna work, right? Like, um, we went to a Mexican restaurant in the village, I guess. I don't know, Madison Square Park area. It was pretty good. Then we went to a comedy show that was quite good. The last comic was terrible. But other than that, it was pretty good. Everybody was pretty funny. A couple of people I sort of knew. Yeah, it was a solid show. Kieran Feen, I think her name was hosted. She was solid. Um, it was pretty good. But yeah, I don't think she's gonna go out with me again, which is fair. I wouldn't go out with me again either. I don't know what I'm doing here. I don't know why even I'm trying to date. It's not like I'm gonna be gone in a month, and I don't know if I'm gonna stay. So it's just like, yeah. Um, it's really fascinating because everybody's like, "Oh, are you gonna stay in New York?" And it's like, should I already know? It's been like 6 days. I don't know if this is the right place for me or not. I'm trying to get my foothold. It's what what's really interesting is like I feel like I'm not working right now, and I don't start my new job until next week, and it's just like, am I like I feel like I'm supposed to be doing something every time. I'm like, oh my god, I should go check out Brooklyn Bridge Park. I should go, to the Upper West Side. I should go to the fucking Empire State Building. And it's just like sometimes I don't want to do anything, and like just because I'm in New York doesn't mean I have to do anything. So sometimes I just want to sit around and be lazy and play video games. And it's like when you're on a sort of pseudo vacation, you struggle. I struggle with that idea that I should be like doing something at all times. So yeah, but overall, it's been pretty fun. I've been having a nice time. I went back to Connecticut for Dave's wedding last weekend. Crushed the best man speech, I think, which, like, I mean, if you do comedy, hopefully you can do a good best man speech. It was fun. Congratulations to Dave and Sarah. That was very lovely. I'm very excited for them. They were like, Sarah's Jewish, and her parents are just like such classic old Jews, I was asking them like where they were staying in New Haven. They're like, oh, we're at the Omni. I was like, oh, how is it? They're like, oh, not good. It's too cold. Yeah, it was freezing in there. I was like, oh, you guys are so classic. This is great. But yeah, it was nice. And then I came back to New York with Andrew Manning on the train. So I had all this shit, like a book and like my laptop, and I didn't use any of it because we just talked about comedy for like 2 hours, which was nice. And yeah, so been back in New York, got my Metro Pass, somebody stole the handlebars off my bicycle. That was a new one, like not the full handlebars, just the grips. So I had to spend $12 on new grips, which was fine, but it's just like, that's fucking weird. And the guy's like, you should put it in your apartment. I'm like, there is definitely no room in my apartment for a bicycle. So hopefully it doesn't get stolen. I have forgotten to change the numbers on the lock a couple times, but so far so good. Yeah, I've been having a fun time trying to figure out what my long-term plan is. I'm a pretty indecisive person, so I probably will just spend the rest of my life not knowing, which is fine. I'm not sure what else. I've been, trying to go for runs, etc. I checked out the cool Bushwick murals. That's pretty sweet. House of Yes is over here. That's pretty sweet. So at some point I'll probably go do a dance party with a bunch of people who are all in ecstasy, and I'll just be sober. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, and tomorrow I actually have plans with a couple friends, which is exciting. My friend Leah, who used to live in Connecticut, and Ethan, who is Colin's brother, co-host of the podcast. So that's pretty fun. Lunch and dinner plans. It'll be nice to like see actual friends. I think one of the things is I've been like kind of just doing so much comedy that I'm like, I should probably hang out with people I know and like, and because I think one of the things I noticed during the pandemic is that's like pretty important. It's so easy to just stay home and feel isolated, and I think it's a good idea to actually spend time with your friends, the people you're comfortable with and like. I think it recharges us and connects us emotionally to the world around us. So yeah. And lastly, just been trying to take a little bit better care of my body, stop eating pure trash all the time. I have this fun thing where I eat pretty well until about 9 p.m. and then I just go off the rails. It's just ice cream and candy and chocolate and not a good look. Not a good look. Just getting more fat, which is bad. I know that, body positivity, we've talked about this. Anyway, I'm not really sure what to update you about. I think I'm going to go to 3 open mics today, all at the same place, the Tiny Cupboard in Bushwick, which is like a mile away, which is very convenient for me. I know I should like go to other open mics, but it's just like hard to justify spending 40 minutes on the subway to go to a shitty open mic in Manhattan when there are perfectly good shitty open mics I can ride my bike to here. I'm not 100% sure how to get onto a show at this point. I guess I could do like a bringer, but I don't know if it's really worth it, if I feel like it. So I think I'm just basically going to spend the day at the Tiny Cupboard, do a bunch of open mics, maybe talk to some folks, see if I can't get on a show or just fucking hang out and do some writing. Yeah, so that's where I am at. And I guess I don't have anything to add other than don't ride your bike in Manhattan. It's terrifying, and watch out for your bike grips, which are apparently super stealable. I don't know who needed them for what. Hope that they're having a wonderful life with their new bike grips. Yep, I guess I don't really have anything else to add. If you have any suggestions for tourist stuff, I think I'm going to check out Staten Ferry Island at some point. I'm going to check out Coney Island at some point. And maybe take a ride up to the Empire State Building just for nostalgia purposes at some point. Go full tourist mode, But if you have any suggestions, I'm all ears. I love you all. I miss you. I will be back in Connecticut in October. I'll keep trying to update this if anything interesting happens. Further bad dates, I'm sure. Yeah, it should be great. So have a great day. I will talk to you soon. And I'm going to go do some fucking comedy. I miss you all. I shouldn't say. All right, bye.